Tip Tuesday, and today I'm coming at you with some information about your target heart rate and where your heart rate should be when you're training with weights or with cardio. I was discussing this with a few clients earlier this week, and whenever one person has a question about something, I imagine probably other people have the same question, so I thought I would address it in one of my Tuesday tips. So let's talk about your heart rate first. What is 100% of your heart rate max? How you calculate this is you take 220 minus your age. That is your 100 heart rate. So I'm going to use myself as an example. I'm 53, so I take 220 minus 53 and I come to the number of 167. So if my heart was beating 167 beats per minute, that is 100% of my maximum. And I should probably never train at that level because I might have a heart attack or die because I'm really exerting myself, unless you're a trained athlete. So we take that number and then we calculate a percent of your maximum heart rate as where you should be training. So I've been talking a lot about zone 2 cardio. That's a little bit less intense. And in fact, about 15, 20 years ago, this used to be referred to as the fat burning zone. If you are my age or so, you might remember the fat burning zone. But now it seems to be back as zone 2 cardio. So how we calculate that, zone 2 cardio is basically 60 to 70% of your maximum heart rate. So I'm going to calculate 60 to 70% of 167, which is my 100 heart rate. So I take 167 times, multiply it by 0.6. So at the low end, my heart rate would be 100 beats per minute, and it could go as high as 70% of my maximum heart rate. So I take that 167 and multiply it by 0.7 to get 116. So if I'm doing zone 2 cardio, my heart rate should be between 100 and 116 beats per minute approximately. So if I'm working at that level, I should be breathing heavily. I should be able to talk, but not easily carry on a conversation. So benefits of zone 2 cardio, you're using fat as your primary fuel source. So if you're looking to burn body fat, zone 2 cardio is an excellent way to do that. You could do up to a half hour, 5 to 7 days per week. The beauty of zone 2 cardio is it's much easier to recover from than a higher intensity workout. So you could in fact do zone 2 cardio every single day. It's not going to elevate your appetite tremendously. It's easy for your body to recover from. And it adds to your daily calorie burn and your daily step count. So it can be very beneficial. And I've been doing 20 to 30 minutes most days when I can. The next heart rate zone to explore is a little bit higher intensity. So this is if you would be in one of my HIIT classes, or maybe you're doing CrossFit or a HIIT workout of some sort. So this is going to be a much higher intensity workout. We're working at 80 to 90% of your heart rate maximum. So again, my heart rate maximum, 220 minus age, my age, or 53, is 167 beats per minute. That's my 100% maximum. So I'm going to take that number, 167, multiply it by 0.8 to get the number 133 beats per minute. That's my lower end of my heart rate, 80% of my max. And then I'm also going to take that 167 and multiply it by 0.9 to get the number 150 at my higher end. So that's where I would want to train if I was doing a HIIT class. And again, this is going to be individual based on your age. So 80 to 90% of my heart rate, because I'm 53, is going to be in the range of 133 to 150 beats per minute. So if I'm training at that intensity level, I am sweating profusely. I am breathing very heavily. It would be very difficult for me to talk, let alone carry on a conversation. So it's a much more intense heart rate. And it may increase your appetite. So if you're doing a HIIT workout, you might find you're a little bit hungrier that day. You might need an extra snack. it's harder to recover from. So you shouldn't do it every day. Maybe you do it 2 to 4 times per week maximum. And you definitely don't want to do it 2 days in a row. You want to take a recovery day the next day. So those are the differences between zone 2 and HIIT. The other thing I want to mention is HIIT workouts, you're burning carbohydrate as your primary fuel source, as opposed to zone 2 cardio, where you're burning fat as your primary fuel source. So again, if you're interested in burning body fat, you might be better to do up to a half hour of zone 2 cardio most days. And HIIT workouts, the benefit of those is that you create the much desired EPOC, or afterburn. So your body is going to burn calories more during the workout than your zone 2. So you're going to burn more calories during that HIIT workout, and you will create the afterburn, so that for many, many hours after that workout, your body will continue to burn calories at an accelerated rate, which is all what we want. We want our bodies to burn more calories. So that's the difference between zone 2 and HIIT workout, and the difference in your heart rate between both, and recovery. Which is better? It really depends on your goals. So if you're just starting out in your fitness journey and you want to lose body fat, maybe start out doing some zone 2 cardio most days if you can, 20 to 30 minutes. Push yourself. You should be breathing heavily, but you should be able to talk. And then you can work your way up to HIIT workouts 2 to 4 times per week. That's going to create more afterburn and more calorie burn during the workout. And you'll be working at that higher intensity level, 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. And again, just to recap, that maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. So that's your 100% heart rate, although I would not recommend training at that level because it's going to be very, very intense. So I hope that helped clarify target heart rate and where you should be working out. And ideally, you want a combination of both. I do zone 2, as I mentioned, most days of the week, and I also do HIIT about 3 times a week. So both are important, both have benefit, both have a place in your fitness journey. It just really depends what your goals are. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions about that. Contact me to join one of my virtual classes, or perhaps a live class at some point. And I also offer many, I now have over 300 free home workouts on my YouTube channel, Sue McHardy. So no excuses not to move that body every day. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions, and I'll look forward to working with you very soon.